matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Now Golden State's starting five. The post pair for them. It's Green and Looney. Stephen Curry's out there with Payton, and it's Butler in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Simon. Pass to Ayton. Going inside, and Ayton throws it down.
And this is what you love about Ayton. Highly skilled. He can face you up and take you off the bounce.
They kick it out to Green. Now Curry. The three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Simons against Payton. Here's Ayton. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Thibault. Fires for three. They get the rebound. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Ayton a screen on Butler. Here's Avdia, and he's good on the three ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Loads of expectations come with going #1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
Here's Butler. Portland making their last shot. Pass to Curry. This one for three. Here's Looney. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. And here's the break. His three-pointers off the mark. Warriors trail by 3. From deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Curry's got his third basket of the night right there.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt, and they complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Simons with the ball. Now Payton defending. Simons surveying the D. Avdia against Butler. And stolen by Thibault. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Avdia gets the bucket. Avdia's got his second bucket of the night.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Butler, a screen on Simon. And the dunk by Payton.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And so here's Portland. The Warriors making the shot. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors.
Warriors.
Here's Simons.
Number 32, Trace Jackson Davis.
Pass to Thibault. They set the screen. And Portland again with the bucket.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Payton right side. And stolen by Thibault. Here's Ayton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. That's now 8 points for DeAndre Ayton.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
DeAndre Ayton, And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Trailblazers.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Podziemski out there with Moody. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Santos in at the 3 slot.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Bucket is good. Henderson's got his first 2 points.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
There's a good screen. A shot by Podziemski, no good. Trailblazers leading by 11. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And so here is Golden State. Pass to Post. Beyond the arc. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Sharp, the pass to Henderson. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharp in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve.
Now off the inbound, he lays it in. And now a 12-point Portland lead.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he's still...
That is a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. He's got a clear path. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Few defenders can keep up with Sharp in the open floor. This guy is electric.
And Kuminga throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Klingon. Good on the 3-point shot. Klingon's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player. That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's Grant. The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 11. 1:27 left in the second quarter. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. 2 points. That one goes.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Hits it from three-point range.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Stan on the floor tonight, one of the best two-way players in the game, Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, Kevin, look, he's become a knockdown three-point shooter, but he also does a great job of putting the ball on the floor, attacking the basket, and getting to the free throw line. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And Kuminga throws it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And Williams with the stuff.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Kuminga with a wide open look. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Out to Henderson. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Williams for 3. That shot is off. And Kuminga throws it down.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers going into the break with a 10-point lead. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Jonathan Kuminga has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
We've got Avdia. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 4 slot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. To the inside, here's Looney, and the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella. And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Here's Avdia. Pass to Kamare. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top. Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Here's Ayton. Here's Avdia. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Butler, no good.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Back to Thibault. Buries it from 3-point range. Thibault's got 5 now.
Oh, that's a terrific pass. Ayton with the advanced skill level, he's just going to get better with time. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Pass to Kamare. Ayton a screen on Green. Now, here's Avdia. Defended by Butler. Avdia kicks to Ayton. And he gets it back. And there's a foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Here's Simon. And Portland again with the bucket.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Ayton inside, guarded by Kirk.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Three-pointer, Simon. Green with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
The driving Jimmy Butler.
And the sheer muscle from Butler. I mean, a solid finisher even when he gets hit.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Here's Kuminga. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And there's the foul. It'll go on Moses Moody. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. You're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Sharp. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Sharp's got 4 points this quarter.
And an exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Sharp sets the pick for Henderson. And the dunk by Grant.
Yeah, and the son of an NBA player, right? Grant understands you have to give full effort. Complete the offensive possession.
Pass to post. Here's Santos. Here's Moody. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Here's Sharp. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Personal foul. 15 foul.
It goes on Moses Moody. Good on the second free throw.
3. Sharp.
And he nails the third. Here's Santos. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
and give him credit. Good.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is critical.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Moody. He's out there with Pajemski. And it's Santos in at the small forward. Offensive rebound. Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Oh, great job of keeping the play alive. Klingon using that reach to secure that one and get the second chance look.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Post misses the shot. Trailblazers leading by 16. Here's Sharp. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Sharp's got 10 points here in the second half.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
A nice shot by Moody. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen. The best three-point shooter, or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
Henderson for 3. He's off on that one. Warriors trail by 20. To the wing on the left. Here's Santos. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Moody. Portland grabs the miss. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. The tray. Warriors with the rebound. Here's Post. Cranes the three-pointer.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Trailblazers leading by 17. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Grant gets a wide open look. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball.
Outside, Kuminga. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for Golden State.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Sharp. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Trailing by 17.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Trailblazers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeAndre Ayton.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
The Trailblazers shooting a superb 63% from the field. There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Klingon's shot is off. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Pulls up from the corner. Moody's shot is off.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Pulls up. And it's sharp missing.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And so...
games aren't played on paper, but if they were, this game wouldn't be close, Brent.
You're right, BA, but we're not doing this. We're out here on the court, and we want to see guys going at it. Tonight, given where these teams are, can the underdog step up, rise up, and get an unexpected win? We're going to find out.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. Then it's Bobby Portis. Then there's Gary Trent. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the center position.
That's exactly how you utilize the pick and roll. Simon's looking really comfortable in the set there.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Wow, what a play.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Ayton, a screen on Jackson. Pass to Ayton. Here's Klingon. Antetokounmpo covering. Here's Simons. Clock at 6. Got it. Simons got 5.
Most of Simon's shots are inside or outside. I don't know where the other side they can come from, but he can hit from anywhere.
And Damian Lillard, a lot of his points come from the line break.
Well, he does a great job of getting himself there. I think defenders are so in tune with Lillard's ability to drill you from the three-point line. He gets around the initial guy and then into the teeth of the defense where he's very strong at attacking the rim.
Ayton inside, guarded by Trent. Here's Simons. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
And BA, can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn. And you see how far his game has come when the reins have been handed over to him. Well, Damian Lillard, he's got that score-first mindset, but very encouraging to see how he's trying to set up his teammates as a playmaker right here.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. A main focus on their defense, Damian Lillard, the dynamic point guard. Coach telling me what sticks out to me about Lillard is his heart. He plays way bigger than his size. He raises the level of everyone around him. A true leader. Lillard, one of the most respected players in the league, Brian.
Okay, thanks, Allie. 3 on 3. Jackson for 3. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo, and that one goes in.
Now, Giannis preparing for that kind of attention from the defense, and he found a teammate with an open look.
They set the pick. Simons passes to Ayton, looking to win the run. And he lays it in.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Fires the 3. Kamari, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Great concentration in close. Damian Lillard, an effective three-level scorer.
And there's a pick. Here's Simons. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Pass to Lillard. 1:36 left in the first. Portis finds Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Got a hand on it.
Wow, great size and better positioning made that block possible from Klingon.
Blazers trail by 6. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
And he gets it to go. Antetokounmpo has got 8.
And I like that. Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
Ayton, a screen on Jackson. Simons with it. Portis picks him up. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
The BA, when he gets the him in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, sweet move. Ayton with the defensive effort.
Well, some smarts there on that play, changing his shot in the air so he could avoid the defense. Can't fault him for the creativity.
Antetokounmpo. And the shot's good. 10 points for him.
And Giannis throwing his body in there and gets rewarded.
Here's Kamari. Back to Simons. Ayton finds Thibault. Ayton, the screen on Lillard. Here's Thibault. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
It's going to be on Bobby Portis.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. Tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thibault. Oh, rejected by Ayton. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Milwaukee out in front. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Milwaukee.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, we've got Kyle Kuzma. Taurean Prince is out there with Kevin Porter. And it's Livingston in at the 4-man position. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Ryan?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. And you watch Shaedon Sharpe, Brent. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. I mean, he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league.
No coverage that time.
Yeah, speedy transition play by Porter, getting there to put the finishing touches on the fast break.
Henderson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And so Porter will bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a 3-point game. No good with the triple. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Sharpe. And he goes in for the dunk.
Now, whether you're new to the league like Sharpe or a veteran, throwing it down, no better feeling.
Here's Porter. The kick out to Kuzma. Kuzma with a screen on Sharpe. Prince, the pass to Kuzma. Chalk up 2 there. Kuzma's gotten his first basket of the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Prince finds Kuzma. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Here's Henderson. Behind the back and lays it in.
There's so much energy when Henderson is on the floor.
Porter, the pass to Kuzma. It's Prince on the wing. Outside Porter. Kuzma with a screen on Henderson. Just 5 on the clock. He buries it from 3. And the Bucks lead by 4.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Nice move. Henderson misses. The Bucks have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut. Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Here's Porter. So it'll be 2 free throws. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul.
First team foul. At the line for the Bucks. Kevin
People
Porter
were
Jr.
worried that this would
taking
slow the
2 shots.
action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
And here's Porter outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Henderson. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Outside Porter. Pass to Livingston. Lets it go. Outside for Porter. Down low. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability. Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
And Brent Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the 2nd overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
Now here's Porter. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Avdia's got his 4th rebound in this one. Porter with the steal. Pass to Livingston. Banked it in off the glass. Livingston's got 6 points.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Outside Sharp. Here's Grant. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Grant's got his first 2 points of the night.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And so it's Scoot Henderson making highlights for Portland. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You look at Scoot Henderson. What a contribution.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
They've got DeAndre Ayton. Anthony Simons out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the 3, small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. And here's Milwaukee now. Portland making their last shot.
And don't let the size fool you. Damian Lillard, he can get up there.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Graham. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie.
So nice to watch Giannis in the open floor, how graceful he is at covering so much ground.
Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player. And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Simons passes to Ayton. Back to Simons. Puts up a three. And it's Thibault missing.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions. They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Pass to Kamari. Now here's Thibault. Here's Klingon. Fires the three. Buries it from three. Klingon's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The ball's knocked loose. And here's Trent. Lillard outside. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
Good instincts from Lillard. Runs that pick and roll all for the setup. Ends with the assist.
Pass to Kamari. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. A nice shot by Klingon.
Slow defensive rotation, causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, BA, there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there and he's going to devastate you. He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
Damian Lillard picks one up.
Simons is not going to back down offensively. He just plays with aggressiveness. He's a guy you have a hard time not fouling.
And it's a completely new group for the Bucks.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Prince. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Prince has got 5 points.
But when he's spotted up like that, Taurean Prince, those percentages go up. Very comfortable on that one.
And there's the lob. It's picked off. 1:06 left in the third. Pass to Livingston. 4-3. Drains the triple. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And making the shot while getting fouled. I mean, it's about focus. KPJ staying with it.
Scoot Henderson's checked in for Portland. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here's Henderson. There's the drive.
Woo-wee. What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Prince, the pass to Porter. Prince, a screen on Henderson. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. And this is his second and third free throws tonight. That's good from Porter.
Kevin Porter Jr. 2 shots.
Porter hits them both. Blazers trail by 5. It's Sharp on the wing. Avdia, screen on Prince. Three-pointer Sharp. Rebounded by Kuzma. Here's Porter. Oh, and there's the whistle. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
To the Bucks. Kevin Porter Jr. 2 shots. The play is under video.
Many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth.
Get out of your seat.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Blazers trail by 5. Taking a look at the Bucks. Taurean Prince is out there with Kevin Porter. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's Sims in at the 5.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Here's Porter. Portland making their last shot. Pass to Prince. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sims. Avdia with a steal. Here's Sharp. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's an athletic play by Sharp, putting in the sweat to beat the other guys back on the fast break.
Here's Prince. Takes it inside. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Porter's got 6 assists now in the game. Sharp against Prince. Sharp, no good. Milwaukee leading by 3. Pass to Porter. Out to the right wing. There's a screen. Here's Livingston. An easy 2 on the layup.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
For the Trailblazers, Klingin, he's checked in for Williams. Ayton comes in for Grant, and it's Thibault in for Henderson. And the Bucks will go for a different look here. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Sims. Bobby Portis comes in for Livingston. Jackson, he's checked in for Kuzma. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter Jr. Now here's Lillard. Good chance here for Antetokounmpo. And Klingin pulls it down. Outside Thibault. Back to Sharp. To tie it up. No good. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Antetokounmpo with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Lillard outside. From downtown. Oh, Lillard laces in a 3.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
Pass to Klingin. Now here's Ayton. Goes back up. And Ayton with the stuff.
How about a pivotal hoop from DeAndre Ayton?
Here's Antetokounmpo. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now.
2 minutes.
Lillard outside. Jackson outside. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Pulls it from the top of the key, and Klingin pulls it down.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Milwaukee leading by 5. Portis, the pass to Jackson. Lillard outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thibault. Antetokounmpo, right side. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Three-pointer Sharp. Sends it home from three-point land. Sharp's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, fearless play by Sharp in clutch time. He wants us to know he's ready to shine in these challenging moments.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard. To the inside. Prince finds Lillard. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that.
Here's Avdia. Count it!
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now here's Portis. Back to Antetokounmpo. And another miss by Milwaukee. Big possession. They have a chance to take the lead.
It'll be interesting to see what they run.
Now here's Sharp. Driving in. Has to Klingon. Avdia from outside. Ooh, no good there. Potential game winner was off the mark. Topped. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Klingon out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Matisse Thybulle, then there's Sharp, and it's Avdia in at the 3. And the Bucks shooting about 56% in this one. Jackson attacking.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there, just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Ayton. Back to Sharp. Pass to Thybulle. Oh, great D that time from Portis. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. The lead is 2. Offensive board. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 5 rebounds in the game. And there's the whistle. And I think that was a clear path foul there. Yep, the offense will get 1 shot at the line and retain possession. First free throw is good.
At the line for Portland, Denny Avdia, taking 2 shots.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. And what action in this one. We're about a minute into overtime. It's Sharp with the drive. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
No chance. Giannis, too much length.
That's good from Jackson on the assist from Prince. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage. Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Here's Sharp. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Man, this guy is as good a dunker as we have in the NBA. Sharp with some crazy hops.
Here's Lillard. Good work defensively by Thybulle. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 here in OT. Sharp. Around the back and lays it in. Nice.
And these are exactly the moments where you find out if a player's tough enough for the NBA. And Sharp showing no fear in a clutch situation.
Basket counts.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Ayton. Outside Sharp. And there's the drive. on the way up. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to...
Second team foul.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. Call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Sharp still trying to find some comfort and familiarity at the free throw line. Sometimes it takes some young guys longer. And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, so much on the line here.
And the crowd is locked in.
Such a good defender, Taurean Prince. Physical, good lateral movement, and has the tools there to snuff out a shot.
Lillard outside. He goes up again. Dame makes his move. Oh, wow. Unable to get off a shot. They'll turn it over. Very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. Avdia against Prince. For 3, Klingon. Misses the 3. Another tie. And we're going to have a second overtime. And we've got more. With another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride on the line now. Portis against Aiden. Portis, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Jackson. And here's Lillard. Jackson with a screen on Thibault. Lillard finds Portis. Offline with a 3.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. Lillard can't get it to go.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Here's Klingon to take the lead. Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Giannis continuing to look for the mid-range, showing his confidence.
It's Avdia on the wing. Sharp, a screen on Prince. Pass to Thibault from behind the arc. On target from range.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thibault. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Portis, the pass to Lillard. Portis the screen. To the paint. Kicks it out to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Prince. Over Avdia. Prince can't hit. Trailblazers lead by 4. Sharp with it. He's picked up by Lillard. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo has got 11 rebounds in the game. From the arc. And Lillard gets it to go on the assist by Antetokounmpo.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Sharp goes in. Yes!
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, heck, settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
So it's Portland now. Outside Sharp. Off the outside. Lets the three fly. Rebound by Jackson. Here's Antetokounmpo to take the lead. Kicks it out to Jackson. Thibault against Lillard. Driving to the basket. Jackson with room to fire. Money.
Ooh, a clutch bucket. A defensive stop now could be all it takes to clinch the win.
It's Sharp on the wing. Defended by Jackson. Aptia from outside. And he drills the triple. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
And the Blazers making a change here.
Round of applause. Now on the floor for your Trailblazers, number 33.
And here's Lillard. Got a piece of it. So it's the Trailblazers taking the W in a close one. Double overtime games are...
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight, defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis out there with Gary Trent. Then it's Damian Lillard, and then there's Antetokounmpo, and it's Jackson in at the shooting guard position. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Moody the pass to Green. Back to Moody. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Milwaukee now. Pass to Giannis. It's stolen by Green. Moody with it. Launches it. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Incredible passer at his position. Green is especially good at getting it to the open teammate.
Lillard finds Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off target with his three. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the Year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
And Milwaukee has possession after the Warriors pick up 3. Antetokounmpo, no good.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
They set the pick. Here's Curry with the 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
Defensively, you have to be aware of Curry in that set.
Here's Jackson. Lillard outside. To the middle. Will it go? Here's Giannis. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the game to go. Curry against Jackson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
Now, here's Trent. Back to Antetokounmpo. Can't cash in from close range. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Portis for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. 4-point game. The 3-ball. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Nobody near Lillard. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Sticking it from the corner. You got to know where Lillard is at all times.
Giannis against Butler. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him move.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. And Green gets it to go.
Something we don't see a lot from Green, a nice, focused jump shot.
Lillard scanning the floor. Trent finds Giannis. The turnaround Jay. Green with the rebound. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. There's the pick. Curry passes to Green. Here's Moody. Good on the triple. Moody's got 9.
Such a slept-on attribute of his. Draymond can handle the rock.
And the basket is good.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Basketball.
Warriors leading by 5. Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Right side out of Kumbo. 4 seconds left. Just 3 on the clock. And it's good on the way in. He's got 8.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And it's good. They are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he...
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead as they wrap up the first quarter on a 12-4 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Prince out there with Porter. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's Livingston in at the 4 spot. And it's Prince penetrating.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked 1st in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of it. You can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Out left to the wing. Kuzma kicks to Livingston. Kuzma left side. Back to Livingston. Lays it up and banks it in. Livingston's got 5.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Kuminga sets a screen for Payton. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Here's Porter. It's rebounded by Payton. Warriors leading by 3. Driving in. Shot by Pajemski, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Livingston passes to Sims, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that.
Put it down! Wow!
Gracious way to get it.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. It didn't take long for Pajemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pons clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
Livingston, no luck.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Hit by Kuminga from past the arc. They get it back. Payton from outside. Wow, came this close. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can...
Payton, a second.
Personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, the double checking, and the game continues on.
And he hits the first of three. He hits the second from the line. And he makes all three. Bucks trail by 8. Porter looking it over. And again, unable to change momentum here. Outside, Payton lets it go from deep. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the deep.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Kept alive.
Golden State foul. Post. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Prince, that's for 2. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Prince has got 4 this quarter.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Golden State.
Hit by Kuminga. Pulls up on the wing, and it's Golden State with another.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
No one near Payton as he lets it go. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Porter passes to Sims, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Post. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. There's the pick. Pass to Post. Payton in the corner. Here's Post. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so that brings the first half to a close. Well, thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Warriors leading by 9. The post pair for them. It's Green and Looney. Stephen Curry's out there with Moody. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those 2.
Outside, Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Green's got 5.
Well, you want to stop Steph in the 2-man game, but he's so smart. He'll get others involved.
Trent passes to Portis. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in. I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Here's Trent. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Curry dishes to Butler. Up top, Curry, guarded by Jackson. Curry passes to Looney. The kick outside to Butler. 5 to shoot. Golden State moving the ball around. Moody's shot is off. Bucks trail by 9. It's stolen by Green. Curry on the wing. Curry always finds a way. This time inside.
This is what Curry does best. He is so creative at getting into rhythm and staying hot.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Green with a screen on Jackson. Curry is inside. Jackson on him. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 4 this quarter.
And Curry makes the floater look so sweet. You just assume that it's going in the minute he releases it.
Here's Looney. And the rejection by Giannis. Curry against Jackson. Curry passes to Looney. And Curry has it in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. The second chance effort. A rebound by the Bucks. It's Trent on the wing. Back to Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis punches it home.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Here's the screen. It's Curry outside. Another miss by Curry. Bucks trail by 9. Jackson with it. Now Green defending. Antetokounmpo goes up and lays it nice and easy. Antetokounmpo's got 12 points in the game.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
On the wing, Green. Back to Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Pass to Looney. Now Green. And here is Curry, guarded by Jackson. Puts one up from 19. Shot is good off the back rim and in. He's got 16.
Well, Curry's accuracy makes the mid-range easy pickings. He just goes up, nails the shot with ease.
Here's Trent, outside Portis. Lillard outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Up top, Moody. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's an 11-point Warrior lead. And there's a foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
Substitution on the court.
It's Prince on the wing. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Prince has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they're behind right now, but you can't pin the blame on this guy. Nope, he's got to get some more help from somebody on his team. Help him. Help that man.
1 second separating the shot clock in game. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That's his first foul. Prince against Payton. Over to the left wing. Here's Santos. Shoots over Livingston, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with the 9-point lead to end the... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Kevin Porter is out there with Prince. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Livingston in at the 4. And, oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
Pass to post. Here's Santos. Guarded by Kuzma. Here's Santos. And the Warriors can't hang on to the ball.
Bucks ball.
Bucks trail by 7. Porter finds Prince. Back to Porter. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Warriors shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Here's the screen. Pass to post. Stolen by Prince. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
And they need to use that momentum, clawing their way back via fast break points.
Here's Santos. Here's Post. Guarded by Kuzma. 4 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Bucks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Got that bucket in no time at all.
A downright lethal 3-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Curry makes it look easy, doesn't he?
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And I like his belief in his game. Go at the taller defender, make him react to you.
Warriors leading by 4. Moody with it. Over in the corner. Looney. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Bucks ball.
Bucks trail by 4. It's Prince on the wing. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Prince. Back to Antetokounmpo. Green with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. Green dishes to Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. No good on the 3.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
That one goes. Count it.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Green with a screen on Jackson. Here's Curry. Rebounded by Jackson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Lillard, the pass to Giannis. To tie it up. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
And you know he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Bucks.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Gary Payton is checked in for Golden State. Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Portis. Giannis sets a screen for Prince. back to Portis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lillard. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Butler with the steal. 59 seconds left in the game. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Lillard. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Payton against Lillard. Payton passes to Green. Here's Butler. Good!
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Portis finds Jackson. And the Bucks miss again. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Butler goes in, and that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Payton. Prince misses. And stolen by Lillard. Outside, Antetokounmpo. There's Jackson with the 3. Off the mark. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the double. All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Here's the starting group for Portland. We've got Anthony Simons. He's out there with Matisse Thybulle. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 4. Now here's Moody. Pass to Butler. Back to Moody. There's the 3. Portland with a rebound. Here's Kamare. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Now here's Butler. Outside Moody. Launches a 3. Fires, hitting the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Simons outside. Outside Thybulle. Let's go with a 3. Doesn't go that time. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. You think of guys who play greater than their stats. Butler has got to be on that list, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the competitive nature of Jimmy Butler is the stuff of legends. Sure, sometimes it can make it tough in certain locker rooms, but coaches love his passion for winning.
Feels like a guy that's built for the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and Coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Simons. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Pass to Moody. Jackson Davis with it. Back to Moody. Jackson Davis, a screen. 4 on the clock. The 3 is up. Curry, no good.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Avdia from outside. The rebound by Moody. Warriors trail by 4. Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside for Green. On the wing, Curry. Back to Green. Outside Moody. From outside the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Moody's got his second bucket on the night.
And you can't leave someone open on Green's team. He's going to punish you for that mistake.
And here's Avdia. Fires from deep. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And that one's good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Thybulle. No made baskets yet. The 3 from Ayton. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Well, Stan, he was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups. Just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
Down low, Green. Stolen by Ayton. Here's Simons. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
On the break, the 3 from Curry hits a three-pointer.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's 3 ball is falling. That's how good he is.
And here's Simons outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Green. Here's Moody. Green, a screen. Moody passes to Green. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Inside, here's Ayton. Tries again. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Well, a good close contest so far. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Brandon Pajemski out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at the center position. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Pass to Santos. They set the pick. And the Warriors with another three.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
On the wing, Grant. There's the triple. Knocks it down from distance. Grant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Quick shooting from Grant. He gets it and takes it. It's just that easy for him sometimes.
Post. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference. Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Sharp with it. Kuminga defends. Pass to Klingon. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. For three, Klingon. The rebound by Post. Golden State has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Payton, no good. The Trailblazers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Sharp. To the right side. Williams on the wing. He's watched by Kuminga. And that one's good. Sharp.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Now here's Pajemski. No points so far. Here's Santos. Outside Kuminga. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Sharp. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Defensive foul.
And Sharp has to be one of the best finishers at the rim in this young class.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Santos can't get it to go. Portland leading by 4. It's Sharp on the wing. The 3. Drills it from deep. Sharp's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Showing off some playmaking abilities with the pick and roll. I know Coach likes seeing this from Sharp.
Ooh, Williams with the block. Henderson outside. And And so he draws them, and they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's chip.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Portland. Scoot.
We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
That's good from Henderson.
You have to love how Scoot Henderson plays beyond his size. I mean, using the quickness and agility to get the better of bigger players. I mean, that's impressive for a young guy to be doing.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
They need this. Deflected. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Kuminga. Here's Podziemski. No good on the 3.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Here's Klingon. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
And here's Grant from the arc. That's tipped. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. So Portland going with almost an entire new group here. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Williams. Avdia comes in for Grant. Thibault, he's checked in for Sharp. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Henderson. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Simon's shot is good.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Avdia outside. Pass to Klingon. Back to Avdia. The 3. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
They already had the momentum going to the break. Now they've got even more of it.
And so it's Portland, up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. We'll be right back after the... And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Shaedon Sharpe really making a difference here.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
On the court right now for Portland, we've got Matisse Thybulle. He's out there with Anthony Simons. Denny Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 4-man position. Lets it go from deep. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Avdia outside. Goes up from the top of the key. The shot misses.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why. There's so many wrinkles to Green's game that sometimes you forget about his athletic finishing ability.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Pass to Kamare. Avdia, screen on Green. Here's Kamare. Counted from distance. Kamare's got 5 now.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
High post Green. Outside Butler. Green with a screen on Avdia. Here's Butler. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Well, Stan, you coached against some really tough players in your day. Where does Jimmy Butler stand right now? What makes him Jimmy Butler?
Well, I think, Brian, he's just a great competitor. He wants to take on the biggest challenges when he's on the defensive end, and on offense, he is willing to attack anyone.
Here's Ayton. That one drops for him. Ayton's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Grown man strength right there. Ayton just pushing through contact and getting it done.
Here's Kamare. Green covering. Pass to Thibault. There's a screen. Top of the key. On the wing, Simons. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Green. Warriors trail by 16. Jackson Davis a screen. Outside for Green. Jacks up a 3. Green able to hit from 3.
One of the primary ways Green helps this offense, operating as a stretch big.
Simons outside. And he jams it home with authority.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Here's Curry. 7 points in the game. It's stolen by Thibault. Now the Blazers moving it up. Hayden with it. Now guarded by Moody. And they go to the intentional foul. Both teams will make substitutions.
Personal foul. 2nd team foul. Substitution on the court. 2 minutes remaining in the third.
Pass to Klingon. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Kuminga down low. Williams defending. Kuminga with a screen on Grant. This one for 3. And the Warriors with another 3. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Back to Williams. 5 on the clock. And at last, they get one to fall. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Santos good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to Klingon. And here's Henderson, defended by Pajemski. And he lobs it up top. And out of bounds. The Warriors will take it.
You just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Warriors trail by 12. There's 31 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Kuminga with a screen on Henderson. Here's the 3. Santos good. Santos has got 11. And it's Henderson with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Klingon. Jacks up a 3. The Warriors pull it in. Uh-oh, Kuminga on the take. Here's Payton. And the Warriors with another 3. On the wing, Grant. And that's not gonna go. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the close. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Jonathan Kuminga. Gary Payton II is out there with Brandon Pajemski. And it's Post in at center. That's the Warriors 5. The shot by Pajemski, no good.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Grant outside. Here's Williams. And it's Portland scoring again.
When Jeremy Grant is dishing out an assist, that is a great sign for this team.
Outside Pajemski. Pass to Santos. Clock at 6. Kuminga down low. Working on Williams. Kuminga's shot is off. Portland leading by 10. Right side Sharp. Outside Williams. For 3, Klingon. Drops in the 3.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Here's Payton into the lane. And he banks in the layup. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. For Portland, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. And here's Grant from the arc. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
And the corner pocket was open, and Grant took advantage.
Here's Payton. It's hauled in by Henderson. Now Portland with it. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. And here's Grant from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Lets it go from deep. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Henderson for 3. Can't get it to drop. Warriors trail by 14. Here's Post. And again, no good by Golden State. On the wing, Grant. The 3. Sinks it from distance. Grant's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Pajemski's shot is good.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Trailblazers lead by 15. Henderson with it. Payton covering.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to Klingon. Williams a screen on Kuminga. For 3, Klingon. The rebound by Post. Post has got 4 rebounds now. Kuminga. Ooh, Kuminga. So deadly at the rim.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Williams' shot is good.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Payton against Sharp. Goes up on the wing. Payton, no good. And it's the Trailblazers' ball. They're on a 15-6 run.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Trailblazers.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that anytime momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Donovan Klingon.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
Nice catch and finish on the lob. There's 42 seconds left in the final quarter.
Assist from Jonathan.
For 3, Klingon. Up top, Grant. Henderson outside. For 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Highlight! What a slam!
Oh, my.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Outside, Williams. Takes a three. Can't get it to fall. So the Trailblazers win it. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be.
When you take a look at how these teams play, is it fair to expect a slower pace of the game?
I certainly think so, partner. I mean, both teams are extremely disciplined. They're not really interested in going up and down in a windshield wiper fashion. They value taking care of the ball and playing in the half court.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Avdia out there with Klingon. Then it's Anthony Simon. Then there's Aiton. And it's Thybulle in at the two-guard spot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Klingon's shot is off. Antetokounmpo passes to Trent. And a miss there on the triple. Trent against Avdia. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proving to be a versatile scorer. And now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
A combination of size and elite athleticism on full display from Giannis there.
They get it back. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. That shot wide open.
Unselfishness from Lillard has no problem giving the ball up, especially when he's got a guy wide open.
Simons kicks to Aiton. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Nice shot by Portis.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Simons. Wide open look here for Klingon. Sinks the triple.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
And here's Trent outside. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Giannis has got 3 assists in the game. And it's Avdia off the drive. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Lillard the pass to Trent. Fires the 3. Avdia with the rebound.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Here's Klingon. No good with the triple. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. Lillard from outside. That one's in. His first shot this game.
You just cannot permit Lillard to get into a zone from deep. I mean, once that happens, you can't turn the valve off.
And it's in there.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks are still trying to perfect their chemistry. Bobby Portis says things take time. You've got to keep continuing to build it. There's another level Dame and Giannis can get to. Just making it clockwork. Them continuing to get better at it opens the floor for everyone else on the court. Kevin?
Well, David, with those two guys, Dame and Giannis, it opens the floor up a lot. Hey, thanks for the report. Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
Here's Avdia, and another 3 for Portland.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Tipped away. Here's Jackson. Back to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Avdia. Thybulle for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lillard left side. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Aiton. Drains it from 17 feet out. And it's 6 points for DeAndre Ayton.
Just great awareness there from Aiton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Milwaukee's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. And stolen by Thibault. Fast break, here they come. Here's Klingon. Top of the key jumper, no good. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Bucks lead by 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Prince out there with Porter. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's Livingston in at the 4.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Porter kicks to Prince. Stolen by Grant. One-on-one fast break. Here's the 3. Here's Henderson. Pass to Sharp. Here's Kamare. Off target from three-point range. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And, Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
Now here's Williams. Misses from close range.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Livingston, first personal foul.
Here's Henderson. Over to the wing. Here's Sharp. Pass to Grant. Henderson right side. 5 on the clock. Here's Kamare. He's covered by Livingston. Second chance shot. Kamare misses. Milwaukee's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Back to Porter. And here's Livingston. Back to Porter. And here's Prince outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Prince has got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, you know, Prince is always doing a nice job working to get open, and that's the reward you get for staying active, keeping yourself moving. An open look on the jump shot there.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Drops in the layup for 2. Porter's got his second bucket. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Grant outside. Williams has a screen for Grant. It's good from long range. Grant's got 6 in the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Blazers.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Sharp. Off target with his 3. And it's Porter with the ball for Milwaukee. Prince with it. Williams picks him up. Pass to Kamare. Back to Henderson. Here's Kamare. Williams with a clean look. That 3 off the mark. 1:11 left in the first half of the game. There's Porter with the three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Portland leading. Porter with the steal. Here's Sims, defended by Sharp. And it's Prince penetrating. And Prince with the jam.
Well, I like the energy Prince plays with. If there's open space in front of him, he's going to be on the front foot and moving with purpose.
Here he goes. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Henderson. Floats it up for Williams. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Porter inside. Henderson defending. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Shaden Sharp picks one up.
You can tell Porter Jr. is a pretty crafty guy. I mean, he knows how to manipulate the defense.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Grant for 3. Traps in the tray.
Jeremy Grant.
Grant's got 9.
Man, it's nice to see Grant work his jump shot. I mean, if the defense is going to give it to him, he doesn't have any issue taking it, and he should because he's a reliable shooter.
Here's Prince, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Williams with the ball, and Portland again with the bucket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Tie game in Milwaukee. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Anthony Simons out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Denny Avdia, and it's Klingon in at the 4.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
That's a 2 from Simons. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Simons on the wing. Clock at 6. Thybulle, the pass to Simons. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And stolen by Ayton. Here's Klingon. Off target from outside. Milwaukee's gone to the 3-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
With the threat of his drive where he's lethal, the defense has to live with Giannis shooting the mid-range jump shot.
Simons with the ball, now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Inside, here's Klingon, and it's Klingon with the jam.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Portis sets the pick for Lillard to the inside. To the wing on the left. Sinks the 3-pointer. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
So effective in the catch and shoot is Lillard. You give him an inch, and he's taking much more than that.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Simon.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Bucks leading by 3. Lillard outside. Back Back to Giannis. Here's Giannis taking flight.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Ayton finds Simon. No good with the triple.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Pass to Thibault. And the three ball is good. Thibault got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Lillard surveying the D. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Jackson. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Down low. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
Giannis always trying to impact the game at both ends, but really has become a workhorse on the offensive end.
Trent kicks to Lillard. Outside Portis. Trent outside. Shoots from the high post. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Smart pass by Portis, showing the ability to make good decisions with the ball.
Simons the pass to Thibault. Now Klingon. Back to Thibault. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A new lineup here for the Bucks. A different look now for Portland. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Buries the long-range jumper.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Prince kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Livingston. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Livingston's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Bucks. There's a screen. Grant gets a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Prince with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Now here's Livingston. Defended by Sharp.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
Here's Henderson. Kicks it out to Grant. There's the drive. And the layup is good. Grant's got 11 points.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Here's Livingston. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. They've got Taurean Prince. He's out there with Porter, and it's Livingston in at the power forward. Prince the pass to Porter. Prince with a screen on Henderson. Porter. It's stolen. Here's Kamare. He's covered by Livingston. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Sharp finds Williams. Back to Sharp. Williams sends a screen for Sharp. Pass to Kamare. And he dunks it down.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender.
Yeah, that was a tough, gritty, sandpaper-like finish.
To take the lead. Grant outside. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Yeah, well, a lot of people will say Grant's a glue guy. But I tell you, he doesn't need any glue tonight. He is doing this all by himself.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. Now with the game in the balance, Coach told his team to play loose. Don't overthink it. We got this far playing our game, and we can win the same way. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And to the Kumbo. Shot's good.
The size and length and touch make Giannis one of the best finishers in the paint.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. Damian Lillard's checked in for Porter. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Thibault for three. Drills the three-pointer. Thibault's got the lead up to three now for the Trailblazers.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Lillard, the pass to Prince.
Well, I like the fact that Prince does a good job picking his spots. He's not a guy that forces things. Kind of lets the game come to him naturally.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Simons against Prince. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And simply put, Donovan Cleveland is a winner. 2 national titles in 2 college seasons. He can really affect a game at that size.
And he makes both free throws. Bucks trail by 3. Lillard outside. To the paint. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Back to Avdia. Clock at 4. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Lillard from outside, and Klingon pulls it down.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Avdia kicks to Simons. Three-pointer, and there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Milwaukee's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And it's Giannis missing. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. It's a 1-point game. Outside, Avdia. Connects from three-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And now Portland on the break. And the slam dunk by Simons.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Giannis. Count it. And now they trail by just 4.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. It counts! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Ayton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Outside for Jackson. Can't knock in the 3.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the 4th, that would have been a big bucket for them.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he is unable to get the second one. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game.
one thing these teams... having... They are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle. Down low, boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
All right, check it out. Golden State's opening lineup. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Stephen Curry is out there with Moses Moody, and it's Butler in at the small forward. Now here's Moody, here's Green, and the layup is good off the...
Glass. That's a tough one there from Draymond Green. As tough as they come.
Pass to Lillard. Trent outside. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Three-pointer. Looney grabs a miss. Here's Golden State. Green, a screen. On the wing, Curry. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Portis. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
All right, let's go to Allie LaForce now, who spoke with Doc Rivers.
We talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. And here's Milwaukee now, following the score by Golden State. The shot by Lillard, no good.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Moody from outside. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Back to Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
Yeah, and Portis needs to be pushed away from the rim. That's too easy.
Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside Moody. Butler on the wing, defended by Jackson. Outside Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Right side Green. Here's Butler. It's hauled in by Portis. The Bucks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Curry. Jackson, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Looney, the screen. Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. Fires the three. Knocks down the long J. Curry's got 5 points.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that 3 off. Beautiful shot.
Stephen Curry is still playing, but the debates have already started about where he ranks among the all-time greats, Brent.
Well, BA, it's a matter of opinion, but if your opinion is that he shouldn't be up there, shame on you. At 6'2", this guy is pound for pound, maybe the best player that's ever suited up in this league.
Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
Lillard with the ball. Green picks him up. Lillard passes to Trent. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Curry goes in. Outside Moody. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside for Butler. Another 3 for Golden State.
A retaliation there as Butler's competitiveness flaring up as he answers from the arc.
Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant 1.
Ooh, hard foul. Can't let him get away with that level of contact.
That's a simple call for the officials to make. Everyone knows the league is cracking down on that kind of intimidation tactic. And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Outside for Butler. Pass to Curry. Good. He has 7.
Just a great setup there. You can see how Jimmy Butler enjoys making plays.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Looney grabs a miss. Golden State has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And it's Moody penetrating. And slammed it home. And the foul. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
For the Warriors, Moses Moody, shooting 1.
And even with the coaches challenging,
the officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
One shot.
.30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Butler. For 3, here's Lillard. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
Now Curry, 7 points in the game. Butler, a screen on Jackson. Outside Butler. That'll count. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Plenty of offense in this closely contested. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
They've got Kevin Porter. He's out there with Prince. And it's Livingston in at the power forward position. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people want it to just click right away, but when you put 2 guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. And so Prince will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks, trailing by 2. Here's Livingston. Outside for Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Prince, a screen on Payton. Here's Porter. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, B.A., I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6 foot, 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
Here's Livingston. Back to Porter. Here's Prince. The three is up. Knocks it down from distance. And now a three-point Milwaukee lead.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Santos. He's guarded by Porter. Outside Pajemski. And the Warriors miss again. Well, the defenders stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bucks.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the flesh.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Porter, the pass to Livingston. Porter against Payton. Pass to Sims. Here's Kuzma. 6 to shoot. Porter from outside. Connects from downtown. Porter's got 5 now.
And shots like this help Porter Jr. get into a rhythm. Connecting off the catch only helps his confidence.
Kuminga down low. Porter's there. Kuminga with a screen on Kuzma. Here's Santos. No good on the triple. Milwaukee leading by 4. Intercepted. And Kevin Porter picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Santos. From outside the arc. Fires hitting the triple.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. And you got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
There's a screen. Porter, the pass to Livingston. Back to Porter. Prince, a screen on Kuminga. 5 to shoot. Porter with it. Kuminga defends. 19-footer. Prince can't hit. Golden State has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Pass to Santos. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Kuzma.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Over to the wing. Here's Livingston. Picked by Prince. Here's Kuzma. Kuminga pulls it in. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the inside. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down. It's been neck and neck this entire first half.
Yeah, 8 lead changes so far. These clubs are looking evenly matched.
Second team foul.
They set the screen. And he lobs it up. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
The crafty play by Porter, tripping up the defense and opening things up for another guy.
Pass to Post. Takes the 3. He drops it from range. Post has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Porter. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Warriors ahead, up by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. we've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
This is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
On the floor for the Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Moody is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Green. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
I don't know what you do with Steph in the pick and roll situation like that. He capitalizes because of the separation, and it doesn't have to be much.
And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Butler with a steal.
Not a smart pass, and he knows it. Got to disguise your intentions better than that.
Outside Moody. The 3 is up. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Lillard. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Lillard's got 5 points.
Lillard finding a way, even there amongst the trees.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Here's Lillard, following the score by Golden State. Back to Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors lead by 6. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you.
Giannis really trusting his rhythm right now with his offensive game.
Here's the pick. Butler passes to Green. Back to Butler. Green with a screen on Portis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Butler. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Trent. From downtown. They get it back. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Lillard passes to Trent. 6 on the shot clock. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
Yeah, not sure. I would think the first guy you want to box out would be Giannis.
Butler against Trent. Right side Curry. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
And then Portis with the dunk.
Now Giannis preparing for that kind of attention from the defense, and he found a teammate with an open look.
Looney finds Green. The 3. Green able to hit from 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Jackson against Curry. Oh, a strong finish from Curry.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
They set a pick. Portis outside. From outside, off the mark. And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State. Leading by 5. 36 seconds left in the third. Outside Butler. Green with a screen on Jackson. The kick out, Curry. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's a completely new group for the Bucks. And some changes here for the Warriors. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Porter, the pass to Prince. Pass to Livingston. Back to Prince. The teardrop. That shot off the mark. Payton with it. Here's Post. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Warriors on top, up. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. Or you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Kevin Porter is out there with Taurean Prince. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's Sims in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Livingston pass to Porter. Here's Sims. Here's Prince. Here's Livingston. The rebound by Payton.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Sims. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Porter's got 3 assists now in this one.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Looney, a screen on Jackson. The 3 from Curry. Won't go. And that makes him 5 for 8.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Jackson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Butler. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Knocked away. It's stolen by Trent. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Warriors with the rebound. And Payton, here we go.
Oh,
nice.
Look at the bench.
Down.
I mean, the bench is going nuts.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
The defense there.
And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now here's Green. Pass to Butler. On the wing, Payton. 4-3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now. To the middle. Here's Lillard. Over Butler. Trent outside. Now Portis. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Stephen Curry.
We see it night in and night out. There are moments in the game where Portis becomes a load to defend.
Both free throws good from Portis.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
Here's Curry. Curry creates inside.
And Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
Lillard looking around. Going inside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And both free throws good for Lillard.
You love Lillard because he loves the game. And this is a guy who just wants to be out there. He wants the ball in the hands. And he tries not to get caught up in all the drama that happens around the game. He's 100% focused on it.
Now here's Butler. Back to Curry. Beyond the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound. Portis has got 4 rebounds in the game. And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player. And this is the problem with playing from behind. Missing freebies takes on greater importance.
Butler with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. And here's Curry for 3. Good. And Butler gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 8.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Such a sweet stroke from Damian Lillard.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Looney, a screen on Jackson. Outside Curry. There's the 3. No good on that one. 7 for 12 now. Milwaukee has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. He connects! What a beautiful shot! Brings it within 3!
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Oh, it's blocked by Green.
I like the extension there from Draymond Green, reaching out and timing that one.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jimmy Butler's shot is good.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Green. And the shot falls short that time. And so it's Golden State winning this one. Exceptional. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For